Alrighty, boys. Dr. Tiger here. New week. Today is Monday, February 9th. And yeah, I'm going to be trading on my XFA and my 4 combines today and this week, hoping this week can be a good week. And this week, I'm just going to continue to stay patient, disciplined, following my rules, making sure I only take high probability trades. And yeah, this is going to be my first episode of the 0 to 50K challenge. And I'm determined to at least progress to my goal. So we'll see how this week goes. It should be a fun week because Friday's CPI, and I plan on, if my combines are not passed by that point, to use it to pass my combines on Friday, hopefully. Yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys because something that I am going to be doing for this week on my XFA is upping my risk. I previously, for my first payout, I risked $500 per trade. However, now that I've made the return on investment on the account, I know that I really should not be caring about this account as much anymore. And so my balance is at 2.1K, and risking $700 would give me 3 trades to lose the account. And last month I only had 4 losses. So statistically speaking, I feel like blowing the account with $700 risk is unlikely. So just have to remember to focus on taking good trades. So let me show you guys what my bias is on the day so far. So this is what my chart's looking like. In my opinion, the high time frame is a little bit choppy. We kind of have gotten some legs up from this big dip. I feel like we've broken structure on the 1 hour. It looks like we're bullish, but at the same time, we tapped this 4-hour gap up here, respected it. We also tapped this 4-hour gap down here, respected it. And we also have this pre-market 1-hour gap that just ended up getting respected. So I feel like price does not really know where it wants to go, and therefore today is a little bit already less probable. However, in order for me to take a trade, which, I mean, I'm still open to taking trades in this, but I just would want to see a break below or above this level. So if we are going to be bearish, then I want to see us dip lower and not reverse. If we are to be bullish, then I want to see us rip higher and not reverse. So those are some continuation opportunities, and these key levels that I've marked out are also good opportunities for a reversal as well. So yeah, I will, update you guys on how today goes. I also have, sorry for me like not knowing how to operate my phone. Oh my goodness, but I do have OBS open. This is going to be how I record my short form content. You may have already seen some from, YouTube, TikTok, etc. But that's going to be where I record my live trading analysis. So feel free to watch that. But anyway, guys, I will catch you guys after we take a trade or after market open. Peace. All right, boys, took a dub on the day. Starting off the week good. Today was kind of weird because today we had an unclear bias going into market open, but ultimately ended up securing the dub. So let me show you what I took. So it was this 1 minute long off the open. We end up dumping to this 4-hour, 1-hour intermediate low. It was also inside a 15-minute gap. It also basically was London low. I mean, technically it was like a pre-market low because it was at like 5:30. But anyway, we beautifully respect that level. We start getting legs up. We don't beautifully inverse this 1 minute gap. It took like 5 candles to inverse it. However, I just felt extremely confident that we would go higher at this point. I put my stop loss. Honestly, my stop loss placement was not that great. I put it below the wick of this candle, and it's just the only reason I did that is because if I put my stop loss here, which was at the inversion wick low, it would have been 85 points versus 53. I just felt like if we were to go past this level, then we would be going to this wick, and we almost did. I kind of got scary. It got scary on this candle, but ultimately we end up ripping. I went break even at this swing high right here, and then it ripped all the way to my TP of the 1-hour intermediate high and the high time frame equilibrium level. So that was great. And on top of that, I also ended up taking another trade because I got 1070 on my XFA as well as my evals, and it wasn't quite enough to pass my evals. I needed like 430 more. So I ended up taking another trade on my evals, and it was this 2-minute inverse You can probably see this right here. We tapped into this 5-minute gap right here, and then we get a 2-minute inverse out of it. It was very beautiful. Unfortunately, I kind of got a later entry, and price ended up wicking my break even before going straight to my TP. So that is absolutely atrocious, but it doesn't matter because we are just going to focus on taking good trades going forward. I am technically one small win away from passing these evals, and then I will be max allocated on Top Step, which is awesome. So at that point, I'm just going to continue to stay locked in order to continue trading well. And it's really just all about patience, discipline, and waiting for the right setup. I mean, I kind of had a moment in my first trade where I was doubting the setup, which is not something you should do, right? You see your setup, you take it, you trust the statistical win rate, and yeah. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. What is up, you guys? Dr. Tiger back again. Today is Tuesday the 10th, and I am bullish going into the day, so let me show you why. We have just been trending up. We have been trending up. Yesterday we ripped up, obviously. We kind of chopped overnight, so I could really see some good potential for some nice long setups where off open we manipulate lower into these lows that I've marked out, into these gaps, and then we reverse higher, taking out these buy side levels. But regardless, I'm just going to react off of what price wants to do. It's possible that we just want to rip off open. It's possible that we want to just dump off open. So I just need to remember to constantly be careful and to react to price and not predict price. But yeah, hoping today can be a good day, and I'll catch you guys after I take a trade and after market open. All right, boys. So today was an absolutely crazy day. I took 2 trades, and I took a win and a loss. And I ended up green on the day. I ended up getting a winning day for my Top Step account. But at the same time, it kind of feels a little weird because I know that like I should not be over trading. When I lose, I should get off. But like the setup was just so perfect. So I was willing to go in on that trade, and it ended up playing out. So let me just show you the trades I took today. So this was the win, and it was this 5-minute IFEG after sweeping data low, after sweeping this 4-hour, 1 hour, 15-minute intermediate low, and we formed a bullish SMT with ES. ES did not take it, and the 5-minute candle was just extremely displacing. I mean, it starts at 278, it ended at 367. It was a 90 point displacing 5-minute candle. So I enter with the displacement with the 5-minute IFEG, and yeah, I think that we were in a premium. We had all the different, we were in a discount of this like range-ish, and my original entry just did not win, and this was the valid re-entry, so I ended up taking it for a 1-to-1, and it ended up hitting it perfectly. So I am up to 16.42 on the day on my XFA. I did pass my evals today, as you can see here, 5,300 balance. But the way in which I passed it was kind of crazy. I'll explain it in a second. But the first trade that I ended up taking on the day was, I'm gonna just figure it out so I can show you. It was this 1-minute IFEG after sweeping the 4-hour, 1 hour, and 15-minute intermediate low, as well as Asia low. I was probably just going to go for a 1-to-1 risk to reward in order to, because we had a 5-minute gap that was forming at the time. It was this 5-minute gap here, and I like, if we were to be truly bearish, then we could come up to it, respect it, and then go lower. But anyway, I enter right at this candle, and it stops me out within 4 minutes. And then we immediately rip to my TP and rip to my targets. So that is why I took the first trade. That is why I re-entered. And honestly, I think that I'm pretty proud of the way I executed today. I think that sure, I could have stayed out on the second trade. I think the first trade was totally valid. The second trade was also totally valid. It was just a matter of whether or not I wanted to try again, and I did. So I ended up passing the evals. Going to be on 5 XFAs tomorrow. That actually feels pretty cool. And so what happened with my evals was that like I was holding to a 1-to-1 on the evals as well, but for some reason, like whenever I take the trade on my evals, I like under risk. I should not be under risking on evals, but I under risk accidentally, and then I have to target a little bit more. and we were edging my target on my eval, so I closed a little bit early. I literally was 50 away from passing, and then I had to take a few more trades in order to get it to pass, but we did get there. So yeah, today was crazy. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, boys, what is up? It's Dr. Tiger. I'm back again, and it is 9:06 on Wednesday right now, and NFP went absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness, look at this shit. Look at this. So NFP opened right here. We rip up and then we just continue to rip. Normally we kind of just stop and stall out, but price has continued to keep ripping, and it's taken out every single buy side draw I had in mind going into today. We took out London high, Asia high, past day high. There's still some additional targets. These are the only additional targets for longs that I see. There are some targets lower, but I think that these are the only targets I'm really considering lower. But I am going into today with a bullish bias. I mean, on the 4 hour, we tapped this 4 hour, and up right now we are clearly respecting it, targeting. I mean, we already took this buy side. We potentially could be targeting this buy side. Yeah, I mean, you can see that on every time frame. So today I just need to be extremely patient. This is going to be my first time trading on 5 accounts, which is crazy. And this week and this week only, I'm going to try risking different amounts on my different accounts. And what I mean by that is this one combine that I have right now, or excuse me, not combine, my express that I've had and got my payout on is at 3.5K ish. And again, people say to like not really care about your expresses once you've made the return on investment, and that's exactly what I did. I made my return on investment. Don't really need to care about it anymore. So even risking $700 with this balance is still 5 trades to lose the account, and I know my win rate, and I know that I will not lose 5 trades in a row. For my other accounts though, they are fresh and new, so I'm going to try to risk $500 strictly on those, and I'm just going to enter with different sizing. So I will catch you guys once I take a trade. Hey guys, so it sucks to say this again, but I did lose again, and just feeling really frustrated at myself because this loss was totally avoidable. Like yesterday, the loss that I took from the trade that I took, I felt was a good trade. I followed my rules. I waited patiently. I did all those things, but today I just rushed into this trade. I mean, I saw, like, I was kind of just tunnel visioned on it. I was like really waiting for this 1 minute to get inversed. It legit took 10 minutes to inverse it, clearly indicating that we don't want to go higher. We don't want to inverse it. And we do eventually inverse it with a little bit of displacement. I missed the initial entry, so I waited for a little bit of a dip, and I bought the dip, and I lost on every single account. So let me just show you what the trade was. Price is absolutely dumping right now. So what ended up happening was we end up sweeping lower into these 5-minute and 15-minute intermediate, into these 5-minute and 15-minute gaps. This 15-minute was getting respected at the time. This 15-minute gap right here was getting respected. We had already technically taken out, like, here's another flaw of why this trade sucked, is because prior to market, or basically right off market open, we took this pre-market high, which is the main high that like I would have wanted to be break even at or whatever, and then we just start dumping. Because we start dumping after sweeping this high, to me it kind of indicates that we probably want to go to data low. We probably want to go down here. And but anyway, I saw this 1 minute gap, this like 10.1 minute gap, and or I think it was even less than that, but I saw that 1 minute gap and I was kind of just tunnel visioned on it. I really wanted it to inverse, especially with this candle right here. It did not inverse. We eventually get the inverse on this bullish candle right here, but it was too far gone, so I waited for a little bit of a retracement to enter. I then entered like midway through this red candle, and it literally almost stopped me out immediately, but it did not. So I stayed in the trade, but I did not go break even when I had the chance to. I wanted to go break even at this high, and we did not, like, because that would have validated, like that would have been if my trade idea was correct. And I honestly think that I should have just waited for trending market conditions. Like, we kind of just did not know where we wanted to go on the 5-minute time frame. I thought we were going to go higher, and I just was wrong. I'm not going to beat myself up. Something that my Ducci mentor told me, because I will be open about the fact that I have a mentor right now. something that I need to remember is that I don't need to win every day. I have been taking a lot of trades recently. I've taken a trade every single day since Thursday, and I think that this is a really good example of a day that could have been avoided, a trade, like a loss that could have been avoided. And I just have to continue to only trade really high probable trades, only trade really high probable conditions. So unfortunate L, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What's up, you guys? Dr. Tiger here. Hope you guys can see me. I'm a little chopped, but I am on the treadmill. It is 8 a.m. on Thursday, and Wednesday was a flop. Wednesday was an important day for me. It was a day for reflection, a day for learning, and now we are resetting. It is Thursday, so let's get it today. We are going to hopefully hit a banger, and if we don't, then we're staying out of improbable conditions and listening to our system and becoming more disciplined every day. So yeah, I think an incline walk to start the day is going to be nice. It'll hopefully get some jitters out, and I'll catch you guys once I take a trade. You guys, this is no joke. I don't know what's going on, and this is just the raw reality of trading. Okay, this week has been crazy. I started off with a win on Monday. Tuesday was technically a winning day. Wednesday I lost breaking my rules, and today I lost breaking my rules. And I know that me breaking my rules is going to be what keeps me unprofitable, so I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm not even going to show you the trade. It was an awful trade. It was like a 1-minute displacement candle. It looked like we were super bullish, and there was this 1-minute displacement candle, and I was waiting for the 2-minute inverse, but we basically got this 1-minute displacement candle, and I entered off that, and it immediately lost. And I locked out of the accounts, and the market just ended up dumping. There really was no continuation trade to take. There were a couple or so, but they were break even and whatnot. So I just am really struggling, and I don't really know what's going on. I'm tempted to full port CPI tomorrow, especially on the 4 XFAs that are now 2R in drawdown, potentially just to bring them back to break even. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is the raw reality of trading, you guys. I think I don't really know why this happened. I've been so disciplined, and before, like, going into today, you guys saw the last clip, I was like really encouraged to follow my rules and stay disciplined and patient. And I even did some backtesting practice right before, and that was just such an avoidable loss again. So I cannot do this. I have to stop. So anyway, bad day today. Hopefully we can come back tomorrow. Boys, good morning. It's around 7:30 on Friday. I'm absolutely chopped. I'm waking up, and today is CPI day. I am going to be full porting, and the reason is because I made some stupid mistakes Wednesday and Thursday, and I want to bring my accounts out of drawdown. That is the sole purpose for trading CPI today. So I may insert a clip of how it goes after, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling insanely nervous. I will say though that, like, no one should trade CPI or really take any trade if they're not willing to lose. And when trading with CPI, I accept the risk that comes with it. I just hope that it goes my way, and I hope that price doesn't wick me out. So I will catch you guys either right before or after. Okay, also, I just full ported CPI, and I did end up winning. I won 2.7K across 5 XFAs. Here's the proof, 2.7K, and this is across 5 XFAs. Am I proud of this? No. Did I benefit from it? Hell yeah. And I think that this just is a wake-up call. It is a reality check. I need to follow my rules. I need to stay disciplined and wait for A plus setups only. And then at that point, just trust the winning statistic, right? These past 2 days, I have broken my rules because I saw something that I thought was okay, but it was an A plus, and I executed on those and lost. And that's not going to happen again today. I am going to still be open to trading. I am feeling really satisfied that I was able to bring the accounts out of drawdown, and yeah, feeling good. So I will catch you guys if and when I take a trade, and I'll probably insert another clip for an end of week reflection. Okay, y'all, so I just took a trade, and I think that the market is trying to test me right now. I think that, you know, everything happens for a reason. I took another loss today, and I'll show you the trade in a second. I really like the trade. I ended up getting stop rated because my idea for the draw on liquidity was correct. It's just that I guess we wanted to resweep lower. We wanted to sweep out some more external sell side before going to data high. And yeah, so before I show you the trade, I just want to recap this week. This week has been absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. I started off so strong, taking an A plus setup and winning. Tuesday, I took what I thought was a really good setup, lost, and then I re-entered on what I thought was a valid re-entry. And Wednesday and Thursday, I broke my rules. And I broke my rules because on Wednesday, I knew the trade was bad. And on Thursday, I broke my rules because I didn't wait for the full inversion of the 2-minute. Today, I followed all my rules. I followed all my rules and still lost. And that is the reality of trading, right? Your model has a proven win rate of whatever it is. And you just have to continue to trust that win rate. It really sucks losing, but it makes me feel really good to know that overall my draw on liquidity was correct. Like if we completely dumped after I got stopped out, then I would have been completely wrong, and I would have had to kind of reevaluate that. And there could have been reasons I was completely wrong, and I'll show you again in a second. But I just really have to lock in. I am out of drawdown on these XFAs. I was up 2.7K. I'm now up 2.15K across every account today because of CPI. And I'm up 1K on my XFAs that were in drawdown. And I am up 4.5K on the one XFA that I got to pay out on. So I journaled my trade. I did everything I needed to do, and I'm just going to continue to learn from losses, learn from wins, learn from break evens, continue to execute the way I have been, and I know that I will be rewarded. So let me show you the trade that I ended up taking. And I'm going to show you the banger trade that would have won. So this is the trade. So what happened was we tapped this. So this is the data gap, right? This is the CPI gap. We ultimately ended up tapping this gap off open. This was the 930 candle. Off open, the 930 candle tapped this gap. ES did not, forming a bullish SMT. I believe this was also a 15-minute gap. We reswept the 15-minute gap. We swept data low, and we got a really nice reaction off it on the 3-minute. If you can just ignore these candles, it was this 3-minute candle that I entered off of. We had this really nice rejection wick and this really strong displacing 3-minute candle inversing these 3-minute gaps. I entered for a 1-to-1 with my stop at the inversion low and my TP at a 1-to-1, and ultimately it failed. And I ended up getting stop rated because we end up going to this 4-hour intermediate low. ES ends up taking both data low and the intermediate low, and then we form this 1-minute IFVG, immediately reacting off that in this extremely displacing candle, like a 70-point candle. And then you could have re-entered targeting data high. I was not willing to re-enter at this point because I did not want to give back any profits from CPI. I wanted to, just kind of end it off there. I told myself I'm just going to allow myself one trade that I thought was A+. This, in my opinion, was another really good trade, but it's just like the fact that I was so wrong at the beginning, I don't know. It would have been hard to see that, or to see this and execute on it again. So I'm proud of myself for staying out again. But you guys, like, this week has been very emotional and stressful. And I think it's the main reason it was emotional and stressful is because I was not disciplined enough to follow my rules. And I was not disciplined enough to stick to my plan that I know works, and to stay out of improbable conditions. Honestly, this week was like a very high impact news week. I should have just stayed out of, like, Wednesday and Thursday were days where I probably should not have traded. And like I would have been able to end up bigger on the week because I wouldn't have lost. So I kind of just have to think about it like that. Like, when I'm avoiding improbable conditions, I'm preserving my capital. But anyways, guys, I don't want to yap too much. Today's Friday. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are interested in more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment any feedback on anything. Definitely open to growing and want to hear from you. So yeah, I guess I will catch you guys next week. Peace out.